Okay, and we're back. I don't know how much battery life I have left on my phone. So, so pictures. Just these are just random. These are pictures that have somehow I tried to make sure that they survived over the years. These are the ones that I just had. You guys on the couch. You guys. So I think this was the first time that you came up to visit us. This was the first place that we had. I had to work all the time. I went out of town, I think. Um, and yeah, I heard that there was lots of problems with your stepmother. And again, I'm really sorry for that. I had no idea that she would basically just freak the hell out. I mean, there's not much to say about it. I didn't know, and I'm sorry. That was like I don't know, do you still have that thing? That little cat where it like steals the coin off the box? I don't know. I think I sent that. And so you're playing that Never Alone game. We tried to do things. We tried. You know, you need to know that we all tried very hard to make things happen up there. Really, really hard. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anyone could have tried any harder. I really wanted to make things happen for all of us. You were always a very important part of everyone's lives. And anytime you feel um like you might anytime you feel like you've been abandoned, you've never been forgotten about ever. Ever. You and your brother are in my thoughts every single day, all day, and I'm always trying to figure out how to improve y'all's lives as much as I possibly can. And it's very difficult. You remember that hat? That hat? I bought that. We went to like some, oh, I don't know, something, or I don't know. It cost like $25 at some point. It was like extremely expensive, but it was just some piece of shit. But you really wanted it, so I got it. Um, let me let me let's just go back while we're I wonder if there's a button where I can just fucking put this on a slideshow. Is there a create and share? Huh. Oh, there we go. So I'm just gonna let the slideshow run. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna search um I'm gonna read something that I wrote to you, and this is just, I'm very proud of you for being so awesome and strong during this whole shit show of a life we have going on. When I left to Oregon, I made a mistake, a big one. I was trying to make the best of a crappy situation. People are allowed to make mistakes because that's how you learn from life. That is a mistake that I will never make again. Ever. Unless I get murdered by a pack of rabid chickens. I will always be here for you and your brother. I will never get mad at either of you, and you will always have a safe place and a home where I am. The only two people who matter to me are you and your brother. Everyone else can fuck off. So I'm just going to go. So I'm going to go through this stuff and just kind of address things. Stop trying to harass people and work with us here. None of us wanted this, and all of this is 1,000% your fault. Interesting. Also, you don't have a daughter anymore. I don't know why that's funny. One thing I could say to that is, what if all of a sudden I decided not to be your dad anymore? Now, there's nothing in my life that would make me ever do that, but try to think of that and how it would make you feel. So stop pretending I never came out to anyone. Again, I don't care about sexual orientation. Like, nobody cares about that stuff. Stop lying and say you didn't know we were moving. Okay, yeah. I did know that you guys were moving, but it's your mother's legal responsibility to give me an address, and I didn't refuse to communicate. It's just that it doesn't matter. She could send me an email. She could send me a text. It doesn't matter if I respond. She's still supposed to send me notification. That's legal. It's in court documents. That's an order. I still love you, even though you're a fucking idiot who refused to get his shit together. Okay, well, we already covered that. For the goods of both kids. A lot of this, I hear your mom talking for a lot of this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's go. Let's see. Yeah, and here's some stuff that I said where I was like, I don't walk away from my kids, only hear those words in person, otherwise I call bullshit. I never pretended about anything about coming out. I do say daughter sometimes for legal reasons because that is what's legally recognized. Okay. So I know your mother has a bad habit of putting words into other people's mouths. So parents never walk away from their kids. Yeah. So let's so no, it doesn't feel right. My God, shut up. My mom isn't some sort of villain that's controlling my every action. You sure about that? She sure has you convinced that that you have abandonment issues, and I really don't think you do. The one time I actually try to tell you shit, well, I mean, I don't understand why you don't say anything ever anyway. And, you conveniently forget a lot of things, which, it's easy to stay angry at somebody if you forget about all the positive things that they've done, or all the positive experience that you've had with that person. Well, I say I don't hate my mom and I don't hate you, even though you're a dumbass sometimes. Well, I know I'm a dumbass. Everybody's a dumbass, but I know I like to act retarded on purpose. Hey, you took that picture. No, wait, I took that picture. You took, anyway. I even prefer being with you over my mom, and I'd definitely move in if you had an actual house and it wouldn't fuck up my relationship with everyone else, because I don't want to have to deal with that. Well, unfortunately, this is probably going to be my house for a very long time. This whole situation is going to be very expensive, and obviously there's a lot of dialogue, there's a lot of stuff that we got to talk about, and it would be best if we consulted the help of a clinical psychotherapist, an actual PhD, not a regular therapist. Um, Fuck up my relationship with anyone. Well, that's something we can talk about. Actually didn't avoid anything for a long time. I avoided it for a very long time. If I'm to believe my mom, okay, that's a big mistake is that you believe your mom, unfortunately. You corrected Oren when he called me so and so. I don't know if that didn't really make a lot of sense, but I corrected Oren. I've corrected Oren before, but he's 7 and he's a spazzy boy, and I'm not going to spend all day correcting him. Seriously, let's see if I can. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Your decision. I expect you to take responsibility at some point, and if you want to correct Oren, then that's your job. I've done it a bunch of times, and if you feel like you want to correct him, then you need to do that. You make the decision for something major like that. You have to then decide to be responsible and follow through with it. Let's see, April. Let me see if I can. And we talked about this. April Fools. Where is this April Fools? Okay, here we go. Here we go. So yeah, your mom sent me this text about you coming out and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, why aren't you telling me this? And so you say a badmouth trans. Okay, so we went on. Let's see. I feel uncomfortable. As far as life choices are concerned, if you make a major decision in life that is going to affect literally everyone you come in contact with on every level, then you need to be prepared to be responsible and communicate that with everyone so they respect your decision and don't just blow you off. So moving forward, you are still my sleepy teenager and I love you, and I always know that is literally, and you need to know that it is impossible for you to hurt me or make me angry. Well, it is possible for you to hurt me, but I'm not going to be some shitty, spiteful parent. You said something about how I badmouth trans people or something. Well, that whole community, you got to be really careful with that community. My brother's gay. He's been gay. I've been exposed to and kind of in that scene my entire adult life. And, a lot of people use the whole gay, LGBTQ, whatever, trans. They have an underlying mental condition, or they're depressed or whatever. They just don't like what's going on in their life, and so they think that they'll just snap their fingers and they're like, oh, I'm somebody else now, and now you get to be, and nothing gets solved. You don't get to the root problem of whatever's causing your issues, and now you have to deal with the whole bigotry and everything that's associated with that whole scene. So my opinion is like, okay, fine, be gay, be whatever. But first, number one, you got to finish going through puberty. Number two, if you're depressed and you have issues in your life, you got to deal with that stuff first, because taking on that other stuff is way too big of a deal to try to deal with everything all at once. So I know it's kind of, anyway. So I'll go on here. There's a lot of variables to me, in my opinion, on trans and gay. My brother is gay and has been married for like 20 years, which is like a fucking eternity. Oh, do you remember that car wreck where we flipped the truck? Yep. Anyway, so I was exposed to the LGBTQ whatever scene before it was trendy to be a part of. And yes, unfortunately, it is kind of a trend to be a part of that whole thing. Each generation kind of has there used to be the punk rock people, and then the anti this, and then goth, and right now trans is kind of taking over, and there's a lot of like really like right or left wing ideological. Anyway, it's a lot of BS. It's not something you need to worry about. Um, I was exposed to that scene before it was trendy to be a part of. I'm almost 40. I'm still figuring out who and what I am. Uh, Bottom line is, you don't know who you are. Your brain is not finished developing yet. You technically won't finish. You won't finish. You won't finish growing until you're in your 20s. Your prefrontal cortex isn't even formed fully yet. I mean, it's just, it's anyway. Give yourself time and don't let people lead you into what you think your place in life is or who you are. It is totally normal to feel uncomfortable in your own skin. So I know exactly how you feel, and trust me, you definitely want to give yourself time for some things. Serious problems arise when you aren't allowed or taught the ability to confront your feelings, and they're simply covered up by pretending to be somebody else. The gay trans scene is crazy full of people who run from their feelings and their past and never live a full life because of it. If there's anything I'll ever be a hard ass about, it will be you learning to communicate and not having life handed to you by people who want your attention. It's kind of a harsh statement, but still, like, you can't, you got to learn how to communicate. And I don't know why you're such a brick wall with me. I've never been like a crazy hard ass or a bully the way your mother is. I'm always trying to strive for open communication. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we know you used to go to the beach a lot. Remember that fucking slide whistle? Man, that thing was annoying as hell. You used to really like the little birds and the animals and all these things. Uh, that was back. Oh my God, I was fat back then. Holy shit. Um, that was back when you would smile with your eyes. You can tell when somebody's happy when they smile, and you can see the smile in their eyes as well. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's certain pictures that you could do like a back and forth on. All right, let's see if there's anything else I need to cover. Of course, and I don't expect for you to understand or for us to come to any conclusions or resolutions or whatever just by you listening to this, but still, okay, you can't take me or my brother because of the CPS case or whatever. Okay, first of all, nobody has contacted me or my attorney about any of this. So as far as me and my attorney are concerned, it doesn't exist. So nothing has been filed. Nobody has called me. Nobody has contacted my attorney. So there hasn't been any documents. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So again, you can't, your mom says stuff about legal stuff, like she doesn't know, I mean, my attorney was like, he's like, yeah, there isn't anything there. So anyway, harass people and cause a scene, blah blah blah. Okay, work with us, get over there, controlling. Kind of. You can legally not have contact with me or my brother. Okay, the thing with your brother, again, there is no court order that's signed by a judge or anything yet. So again, you don't really know. Neither does your mom. The therapist at the ward said that your words are unhealthy. Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah, unfortunately, your mom only gave them the stuff that was going to look bad, make me look bad. So there's two sides to every story. I'm going to have a talk with people, and yes, the things that we talk about is kind of, silly, and some people will get irritated about some of the stuff that we talk about, but whatever. And I might have to take a hit for that. But let's see. Oh, right. The therapist at the ward said that your words were unhealthy. Right. Yeah. So anyway, I was saying your mom only showed them the parts of the conversation that made me look bad. She didn't show them, like, right, she's going to print out all that stuff and she's going to show them the stuff where you're complaining about the stuff that she does to you. Right. No, she's not going to show them any of that. And she's going to give them everything to make me look bad. Because that's, everybody wants everybody. But here's the thing. I know you and your brother, you know the truth. So it's like, I'm not really worried about it. So whatever. I have no idea who to believe right now. Look, I'm not telling you to believe me. I'm not telling you to believe your mom. What you got to do is you got to you got to look inside and go off your feelings. You and your brother are both very, very emotionally intelligent, along with normal intelligent, but emotionally intelligent means you kind of have a gut feeling of who's telling the truth and who's lying. So I know there's a lot of shit you got to filter out, but there's a string or a kind of a tug that you feel inside in your chest or whatever, your gut, your gut instinct is what people like to say. That you're just kind of like, oh, like I know that this stuff is crazy sounding, but my gut is really telling me that it's this way. So again, I'm not telling you to take sides, but I know you have a gut feeling as what's right and wrong here. And so start looking towards your feelings to make decisions, your intuition. Your human intuition is much, much stronger than our evolved intelligence. Our intelligence, our higher evolved intelligence, it kind of followed our ability to have complex languages and conversations. So evolved later. And before that, we just had to go off of our gut feelings, human intuition, which took millions of years to evolve. If you can make decisions based off of your gut feelings and intuition, and then have a little bit of rational, intelligent thought and intellect behind it, you're unstoppable. Constantly been on each other's throats, calling each other manipulative and shit. Well, I haven't really said very much about your mom until recently, and that's mainly because uh when you told me about the stuff that she does to you in the car, that really just like it made my alarm systems go off. I'm just like, oh Jesus Christ, I know exactly what's happening, because that's what was happening when I was living there. I mean, holy shit, like I know exactly what you're going through. Okay, we already did about the whole I don't walk away from my kids. We covered that. And then you're like, pretend. Okay, here is it. Also, I forgot. Okay, this is what you said. Also, I forgot about the apology thing because my memory is shit. But thanks for apologizing. Okay, first of all, your memory is not shit. Okay, you're kind of like you're subconsciously claiming to forget things, and I think it's because you're trying to find reasons to stay angry at me, but you don't. I don't know. We'll see. But your memory isn't shit. You know that I care about you. And if you have somebody telling you, oh, your dad walked away from you, he doesn't care about you, you have abandonment issues, but on the inside, you know that isn't true, that I actually have kept you in my life as much as I possibly could, and I think about you and your brother every day, those two conflicting messages right there would make anybody feel insane, like they're going insane. Because you have somebody who's telling you that you feel one thing when you actually don't. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. So we did all that. Well, I don't know. I think that pretty much covers it. I hope you're doing well. I love you guys very much. And just take it one day at a time. And you know, no matter how much I piss off your moms, I'm never gonna go away. Because yeah, there's a lot of cases. There's a lot of cases like this where the mothers, um, they try to push the dad out of the out of their kids' lives. They do everything that they possibly can to push the dad out of their kids' lives, and the dad just kind of gives up and walks away. When that happens, that's when the kids really do have abandonment issues. So I'm never gonna walk away. Unfortunately, I am getting tired of hearing about the negative things about your mothers. So I'm to the point where I'm gonna call out your mothers, and I'm gonna basically tell it how it is. And that's gonna piss them off. It's gonna piss them off a lot, and I don't care. So I love you, and can't wait to see you soon. You're always gonna be my beautiful teenager. I love both of you guys, and we'll make it through this. I'm not worried about it. All right. Bye.